went ahead and indexed that insert. We're gonna see. It was smooth at the beginning, smooth at the end, one section of it, because remember you're rolling around the tip when you're cutting with the radius cutter here. All right. Yeah, got rid of that rough area right in the middle. Because as it was cutting around, part of the insert was creating a little bit of a burr, but now it's smooth 100%. That looks good. All right, let's see if we can give you a good shot there. I was watching it through the camera. That's a pretty good shot you had. All right, now you can see that this comes out, and we're still got. We could go that way some, and we're almost down to the shaft here now. You know, you got. Oh, I don't know what that is. That's probably, yeah, close to 100 thousandths right there. And this right here, we got about 40-50 thousandths right there. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to make a little bit of adjustment on going backwards here, and we'll get an indicator set down there. We're going to go ahead and move it. I really want to move. I want to move it 40 thousandths. All right, we're going to loosen the front one here first so that we don't have to be reaching in there. And get behind here. Okay, so we want to go about 40 thousandths. There's 20. There was 30. There's 40. That's what it looked like by the scale. All right. Okay, I'll move that paintbrush can for you. Or the brush. Alright, now we're going to go ahead. We're leaving it set at that same thing, and we're going to go ahead and go by hand. We're going to see, if it'll take it. That's pretty close to my guess right there. I mean, we got just a witness right there. We could probably another 5 thousandths. All right, that come out. That, of course, we can see light in here because this is cupped in, and you know, I think I'm gonna leave it right there. We're gonna finish going down, because when I come in here with this tool bit to make this flat surface, remember, remember where you put the ring and then you can grab it. Remember, this is only gonna make contact out here. The rest of this is all clearance, okay? So we're gonna be coming in here with a mating square surface right there. Alright, and actually I see some light in between there, and we know that we set at least, oh, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of a degree closed angle on both sides. Alright, went ahead and I grabbed this is our radius gauge, 1/2 inch radius gauge, and you can see we're matching up. I mean, when that plasma cam says 1/2 inch radius, it'll give you a 1/2 inch radius right there. Now you can see how you got a gap up here, okay, and if I put a type there, you got a gap down here, because we have got a negative flat surface here and there. All right, so we're gonna come in here, and we just measured across here, and it seems to be pretty flush, pretty square across there. We're gonna cock our jig just a little bit out this way here, so that we have a little bit more opening here. I'm gonna grab my micrometers. Well, we don't have enough there to measure. We're just having to go with our guessometers here, and in there close, I got like 478. You know, we're not pretty close to the straight line right there, and I like to have a little bit more this way, so that the cutter will come in and then cut the radius and come back out. We know we have enough angle right there because of that flat surface. Okay, we're gonna slow down our feed rate, and we're gonna go ahead and take another cut. We're gonna cut our feed down about half there. Okay, we wanted to see if our finish is going to be any better at a finer rate, and I don't really see that. And I'm not really seeing too much of an undercut that way there. It is though. It comes in, and cuts and comes back out. Alright. Alright, my Michitoyo guessometers here are 2 inches 452. Yeah. All right. So we've got about 14 thousandths to go, and then that'll be down to size there. So we're gonna dial in 7 for our last cut, but I think I'm gonna speed the feed back up. Starting back a little bit, because I know we're going to come in, because this diameter right here is larger than finished size. So we're going to be coming in, cutting that radius, coming out on the face. This will probably be the last cut. 7/1000 to finish. I like that. Now this diameter here we had left at 452. All right, and we needed, and that's about what we were measuring with our guessometers there on the last. And of course these aren't sharp, but I can get right down here as close to that bottom of that radius as possible. And we got 440 and a half. That's a good place to be. Alright, where are we at right here? Oh, alright, I'm going to go ahead and take one more cut just because I like to have this just slightly either right on the money or slightly under. So if I could get another 2, it's going to be pretty difficult. Let's go for it. Alright, we're not going to try again, but that brought us down . 435. That's pretty good. We're about 4.7.5 right out here. This is going to finish up nice. And like I said, we're still 552 here. Alright, now we're going to come over here. We're going to put this away. And we're going to set up this side here. And come in for our finished cut. Alright, 446. Now we have a bearing for that, and we're going to mic out that. This is a link belt flange bearing. Alright, now they're going to be sliding on because this unit lowers down into the machine, and then these slide in from the side. So these got to be a slide fit, but we don't want any slop. We just want them to slide. And I can get that measurement okay with a pair of snap gauges. So. And these are supposed to be nominal at 4.375, and that's exactly what they're measuring. So I just wanted to confirm so that I have a comparable dimension with my calipers. As long as you're working one to the other, right on the money. Okay. We got about 8 thousandths to go. Gotta love that. That faded right out into nothing land there. And we're at 437, about a half a thousandths under right there. That should slip. If it doesn't slip, I can emery or polish that fit right there. We're gonna go ahead and break that corner right there, and we're gonna break that one. Well, we gotta come in here, we gotta kiss that off flat there now for the face. We got at least a depth of a little less than the 1/4 inch off of that diameter there. And we'll also have to test this ring on here, but I don't want to move this until we're 100%. We're not going to move this till I get that radius done, that's for sure. We're going to do that radius next, but I want to go ahead and square that, kiss that edge right there, because the other one had a slight angle, a chamfer, and that one also there. Kind of matched about the width of this chamfers right here, which are a good 1/16 of an inch. Alright, I like that. Alright, we can start setting up to do the radius in on this side of the flange. This end is done except for that. Alright, we've got our tool block set up here because we're going to run a DNMP, and the thing is we were having problems with clearance in here. Clearance of our carriage not going past the drum, so we needed to reach out farther in here. Now there's this block lifts off in a couple different directions right here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to mark an area right here. And we need to mill out a pocket. Now I'm going to show you, it's almost identical to the pocket that's on the other side for when I have it turned the other way. Alright, now 1-inch tool bits with this shim is exactly center line that it needs to be. So I've got that all set. That's always been a factor. Okay, now underneath here there's a pin, and the original pinhole was right there, and that holds the block. Now I found that rotating it just slightly for the angle that I want for my Aquamet 22 shafting, I found it really handy. So I went ahead and I milled this little slot in here so that I'm able to rotate it around slightly so that my tool bit will be at the right angle. And then I open this up here slightly so that it would be flat. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a scallop in over here just like I did right here, and it's going to be a little pocket right here where that dowel right there will ride in, and then I can have that right angle where it angles in here at the right point so that I can get a DNMP into that area right there and come in and cut that radius. Alright, let's go over to the mill. Alright, I took it over on my paper there and just kind of like brushed it off just so I could hit that. I'm not really, well, you know, we could go ahead and, there's a little piece of like flashing. Okay, we broke that off. Alright, so let's go ahead and it's in there. Alright, I like that. Who said you can't get real close with a turbo end mill? Alright. Got that there. Now I think, I don't know. Well, no, it looks pretty trashy. This is one of my holders, DNMP. I have a couple extra, and this happens to be a right hand, and which I had a couple extras there. This will come into play here without really pulling my other one out of the other holder, and I'm going to go ahead and lift this insert out, check out the other end. If it's fine, I'll turn it around. If not, I'll throw a new one in there. It's probably been several years since I've used this itself, and then that just fits in there. That's kind of the combination. That one bit there has been come into play. That I don't have another square head there, but I use the Allen here, and does the job. If I get the right Allen, it does the job. Okay, now we don't want to tighten it up yet because I don't know about the sliding in and out. All right, cool. Now let's go ahead and move our pattern to suit our radius there, and I think we'll be able to make it happen now. You know, now I got that set up down there, and I'm pretty close in the same position. Now I'm looking at this 1/2 inch radius right here, and what I actually got, here's a piece of 1.25 inch round stock, and I'm laying this in here, so it almost looks like I should go ahead and make another one. I also, looking at this radius coming in here, it's going to sweep in, and I'm about 1/8 of an inch off of there, and it's coming, hitting there, and it's sweeping right in there. Okay, I'm very, very close to the bottom down here. Alright, and I think I'm going to be removing too much of this material out of here. And I think maybe somewhere between 1 inch and 1.25 inches, maybe 1 1/8 inches might work out pretty good. The height of this is probably pretty close to 9/16, and out this way here about the same thing. So I'm thinking about 1 1/8 inches radius. So we're going to go ahead and make another pattern just like that one right there. Same everything except for it's going to be, and I'm going to go ahead and make it stick out a little bit farther. It comes in so close. We're out here on a larger diameter. I like it to make contact a little bit sooner, so that we're not having to choke in quite so far. Alright, I went ahead and I burned out another one. I decided not to extend it out any farther because I might have to come in at some time, and I can always adjust this bar in and out for different situations. Both of these are identical, except for the new one is 1 inch 200 diameter, or 600 radius, and this one here is a 500 radius or a 1-inch diameter cut. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and put this right back in to the same spot we were at here, and it was in this area right in here, I think. Alright, now we'll go ahead and we leave the front one a little loose and the back one, and we do our final adjustment. Alright, first off we bring her in easy, okay, and then we're heading towards our final destination here, and of course we're going to have to bring this back just a little bit. So we're sliding the pattern back. Now we roll the carriage forward. Okay, that's about the distance right there that we can go. All right, so we're going to adjust right about there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and adjust the in and out to that point. Right there. We'll let it slide forward a little bit. That looks good. Tighten up the front. Alright, now how the sweep's going to be. Alright, and if we need to, we're going to go ahead and adjust our bar forward with our adjustments on the each end there. We can fudge it, you know, wherever we want to go from there. We got probably 100 thousandths forward and aft from where it's at now, dimensions. All right, here goes. We're gonna give this a test run. We're only feed by hand right now. Hey, that has given one nice gloss finish right there. Alright, with this big weight on here, it gives us much better advantages to doing the turning on here. Without this thing on here, you know, you wouldn't be able to come in here and actually hit some interruptions and things like that without it really grabbing and, you know, making some noise. Alright, let's go. I'm just going to continue playing with it by hand, and I'm going to slowly bring this in. About 1/8 of an inch of depth to play with. I'm going to change you up a little bit different view. But you know, like somebody came in the shop and was saying, you know, why machine that weld right there? Well, you could see on the other one that broke, that it broke at the weld, and I think you have stress-rise areas where the slight bit of maybe undercut or the rough edge of a weld is going to give you a point. If there's any stress, it's going to start cracking at that point. So a smooth radius in here and then finished off or polished is not going to give it a place to start a crack, and that's why you machine welds.